From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, the start of the weekend is upon us. It's Friday evening baseball on the show. It's the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And the starter for Toronto, Patrick Corbin. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Jock Peterson, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And that one hammered. That's got a chance. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They've got some free swingers, don't they? It's a great approach with pitches over the plate, but when the pitcher expands the zone, it just doesn't work. They need to draw more walks to get runners on base.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. A shot to the opposite field. The Rangers score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow through to drive it out of here.
One down. Now the third baseman, Josh Young. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Just getting started here in Toronto. A sliding stop, throw to first, and they get the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. The 1-0.
Ball.
That one missed.
That's low.
And a 4-pitch walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And now it's Jake Berger to hit.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Nimmo off of first with two away. To third. Gets it to first. And that is the inning. Rangers pick up a run here on the solo home run. It's now 1-0. Back here at Rogers Center. And on the mound for Texas in this one, Nathan Eovaldi. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes You know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
George Springer, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Out towards right center field. Nimmo has a beat on it. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Singy, the numbers tell us this is an offense designed to swing it. They're not going to force a ton of action on the bases. And so obviously that is one of the focal points that we'll look at.
And you look at the quality of the at-bats because of the fact that the legs aren't a part of this game. They have to be very selective. Look for long pitch counts, grinding out at bats, and really barrels to the baseball because it's a lot easier to jog around the bases than for these players to sprint.
Lucas at the plate now, and that's strike one. The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Got him. That's the second out.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. stands in now and watches strike one. Two down, nobody on. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. It's the Rangers 1 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Toronto. All set for the start of the inning. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. This ball's chopped on the ground. Jimenez to first. One pitch and one out.
Batting seventh, left fielder Alejandro Ozuna.
Now the left fielder Alejandro Ozuna. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Two down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Two down, bases empty. Here's Elias Diaz.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Ball down.
Struck him out looking. Rangers go down quickly there. They lead it 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. Swings through that one out in front that time. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Ball.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Just missed. Okamoto aboard here at first with nobody out. That one off the mark, and the count is 3-1.
Well, in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Bert.
On the ground to third. Young to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
That is it. Catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
One out man at first. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Hey.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Stays alive. Man at first, one away.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And a 1-2. This one in the air, center field. Langford under it. Makes the grab.
Batting 7, left fielder, David Schneider.
And now, Davis Schneider.
Ball one.
Quick toss to first. Varsho dives back in safely.
Ball two.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Got him. That K is his third of the game. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Rangers 1 and the Jays 0. Back here at Rogers Center, new inning getting started. Nicky Lopez stepping in for the Rangers. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one fouled off. And delivers
that ball
outside.
went out.
Good job to fight that one off. And a 1-2 again. On the ground to third. Fires over to
He's
Guerrero. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Up next for the Rangers, the designated hitter, Jock Peterson.
So the Rangers batting order turns over. And now Jock Peterson flied to right his first time. And that one is downstairs. Ball one.
Ball.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
2-1 now. Ripped to first, caught.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Two outs, base is empty. Next up for Texas, Wyatt Langford. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball, that pitch is up.
That's a
ball.
really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he'll pull into second with two gone.
2 hits for him in this one, both
Up
for
next
extra
for the
bases. Got to
Rangers,
feel good
third
about that.
baseman,
I know that
Josh
was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here's Josh Young. Grounded out his first time up. That's to third. Fires over to Guerrero. Inning over. Rangers lead one, but they lead it 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Close, but called the ball. And the count now 2-0.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Foul ball there. Here's a 2-2. Out to short. The throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Luis Urias.
Here's Luis Urias.
This guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
That's way outside. And it's 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. One and two here. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. Out. out on the drop. Third strike, 2 gone.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's George Springer. He's 0 for 1.
Hey!
Knee high, that's in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Caught him looking for the K. Blue Jays go down in order. They still trail 1-0. Back now in Toronto as we go to the top of the 4th. Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
In for a strike. And the count 1-2. Got him. 1 gone here.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
So next to hit for Texas, Jake Berger.
Ball, that's off the plate.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's going to be Ezekiel Duran. And a foul ball. Popped up. Guerrero under it. And that is that. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. But they still lead it 1-0. Bottom 4, and now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Cracks his bat and pops him up. Tosses to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Hey!
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
And
That's
there's a
ball
ball.
3.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. In the air, right field. Nimmo on the move. Out. Number 2.
Up next for the Blue Jays, third baseman.
So up next for Toronto, Kazuma Okamoto. Picked up a base hit to center his first time on.
Aye!
Now a screamer into the outfield. And he misses it. It drops in. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Man, line drives can be kind of tricky on outfielders because they're sinking as it is on a fly ball. And he whiffed that one, and I'm sure his heart sank when he turned around and saw no one behind him to back him up.
So runner at second, 2 down. Dalton is the inning. Blue Jays held in check. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here at Rogers Center, we go to the top of the 5th. Alejandro Ozuna stepping in for the Rangers. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Here's a rocket to right field. Lucas takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the Rangers.
And now it's Elias Diaz. His first at bat was a strikeout. Way inside. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-2. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Rangers.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Nicky Lopez up to the plate. And that one lifted in the air center field. Varsho on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Rangers.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here is Jock Peterson. Yeah, that's fouled off. Diaz, the runner at first with 2 gone. Foul ball. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Tosses to first. 3rd out. So one hit is all they get. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Rangers 1 and the Jays nothing. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
In for a strike, and it's 0-1. That's in there.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The 0-2.
Ball, that's in.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Just beautiful placement of the splitter right there. Exactly where you want it with 2 strikes to get that swing and miss. And he's worked very hard to be able to command that pitch. It's a tough pitch to get a grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he wants to.
Davis Schneider digs in now. Got one
Nope.
close, ruled the ball. And it's 1-0. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 0-1.
Ball, that's just out.
The Rangers leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Late on that fastball. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Out to center. Langford drifts towards it. 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Grounded out his first time up.
Hey!
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Wyatt Langford
Leadoff
stepping in for the Rangers.
Center fielder Wyatt Langford.
Oh, he
Ball
doesn't
1.
get the call. And that's ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. So they've still got both their challenges. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. 0-2 now. Chases in the dirt. Slider there. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Man, it's so difficult as a hitter to get on plane with that pitch. It's breaking down and in, and you've got to find a way to match the plane. And if it's nasty like that one, bite at the end, most times you're swinging over the top and walking back to the dugout.
Josh Young getting ready to hit. Has grounded out a couple of times.
Hey!
The 0-1. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. And there's two down.
Up next for the Rangers, right fielder Brandon Nimmo.
Now it's the right fielder, Brandon Nimmo. He is struck out and he is walked. Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. That one ripped. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Rangers, but they're on top 1-0. Back now in Toronto, and now for the Jays, Luis Urias. Check swing, but he went too far. Strike one. Left field. And that's a foul ball. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
On the ground, Lopez throws to first in time. One away, bottom of the sixth.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
and it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Infield playing him to pull. Second baseman just to the right of the bag. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a bouncer. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder
Nathan Lucas. Next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. That gets down for a hit. And they had their first hit since the second inning.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So If he can't do that, keep the line moving. A walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself. He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
2-0. And that one pulled foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The kick, the 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Out to short. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, we go to the top of the 7th. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. That's in there. 0-1. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tommy Nance, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Varland getting loose as well. Inside.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Smoked on the ground a second. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Up next for the Rangers, shortstop Ezekiel Duran.
Now it's the shortstop, Ezekiel Duran. On the ground to the left. And it's through for a hit. And a man aboard.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for him out. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the left fielder, Alejandro Ozuna. And that one fouled off. One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. That one outside. And the count is 1-1.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Swing and a ground ball. Can't glove it cleanly. On to second.
You're
they
out.
get 1.
Well, that was clearly a double play ball, but the bobble unfortunately prevented him from being able to get 2. But a good job to stay with it and make sure you got at least 1.
Now at the plate, Elias Diaz. 1 for 2. Flips the corner. 0-1. Step off, throw to first.
He's safe.
Ozuna back on a dive. Ozuna leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one almost got him. The 1-1. Chopped left side, and it goes just foul. The 1-2. Popped in the air, left field, and that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Rangers 1 and the Jays nothing. Bottom of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto.
Inside
Bullpen
ball.
action for the Rangers. Joe Ross getting ready to go. Alexander getting cranked up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one at the knees for a strike. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. Good hitters count the 2-0. And
That's
another
ball
ball.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Out front, rip foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That'll be it for Nathan Eovaldi. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Joe Ross.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Dalton Varsho, the next to hit.
Nope, that's down.
The 1-0.
They'll lay off
that's
that
down.
pitch down.
The Rangers trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch misses, and it's 3-0. Alejandro Kirk on deck for the Blue Jays. And the tying run is on base. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. And fouled off. Payoff pitch. Ground ball left side and foul ball. In the air, left field. Ozuna settles under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
One out man at first. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. This one in the air, right field.
No,
And a
that's
foul
foul.
ball. Strike two.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Inside, ball one.
Good job to fight that one off. And a ball and 2 strikes. On a line. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left fielder David Snyder.
Next to hit, Davis Schneider.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Inside,
That's
just
inside.
missed. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Joe Ross gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for Texas.
New pitcher now, Tyler Alexander.
Tyler Alexander.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
First and second, 2 outs. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one carrying to the warning track, makes the catch.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the Blue
back, and a
Jays,
new arm of the mound to start the 8th.
number 45,
Tommy Nance.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the second baseman, Nicky Lopez. Outfield playing pretty shallow. Pitch
Ball
misses there. Ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Yo, 1.
Ball,
Tried to
that's out.
backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Oh, that
Ball
one
3.
almost gets him again. The 3-1. That one
Nope,
misses.
that's ball 4.
So a
Take your
leadoff
base.
walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So back to the top of the order. Here's Jack Peterson. 0 for 3 in this one. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Peterson just got a piece of it. Lopez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Nance, in his 3rd season, he features a slider, a slurve, and he works in a sinker. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
So digging in, Wyatt Langford. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Lined into right. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Fires to third.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it's staying in the ballpark.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Young.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year. Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
2 on, 1 out.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. Right through there for a strike.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Runner on the move. And a foul ball. Runners at the corners, 1 away. And we're in the top of the 8th. Outside. And they're all loaded up.
Ball 4.
Breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Golden opportunity right here. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Way inside, gets out of the way. So they're all loaded up. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Tracks it down for the out. Here comes the runner from third. Safe. And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me, and I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Berger in the box now, takes strike 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tyler Rogers, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Flew hard, also getting ready. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a foul out of play. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Now a pop-up on the infield. Guerrero settles under this one, and that's the third out. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Rangers 2 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Toronto. Bottom of the eighth. Luis Urias now at the plate.
Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Struck him out swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
And the batter is George Springer.
Hey!
The Jays down by a pair here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch misses there, and the count even 1-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Fouled off. He was late. Line to left. 2 away down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, Nathan.
Stepping in, Nathan Lucas. 1 for 3.
This manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
2 down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And the 0-2. Goes down looking. Down in order go the Blue Jays. And they're down 2-0. Back here at Rogers Center, all set to start the 9th in this one. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He muscles that one out of here. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. good hitter gets pitch recognition early, he saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tommy Nance is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
Mason Fluhart taking over on the mound.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now here is Alejandro Ozuna.
Ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The other way, and he goes airborne to make the catch.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now Elias Diaz. The 0-1.
Ball.
On the ground right side. Dives and he can't hang on. Gets it there in time though. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
So up next, Nicky Lopez. And that one almost got him. Two down, nobody on.
Ball. That's outside.
Just missed. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 1. Lopez not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And it's going to stay a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. That gets the corner. And he'll challenge that called strike. So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the 9th. This one in the air, right field. Way back there. That was foul, and he'll see another.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Ground ball right side, it squirts through. So now back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Rangers, the designated
And
hitter,
Jack Peterson stands in. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Lopez off of first with 2 away. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball, still 0-2.
That's a ball. So Jock is retired on strikes.
Texas extends the lead with the solo shot. It's now 3-0.
Now pitching for Texas.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jacob Latz.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
3-4-5 due up for the home team. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. A solo shot. And they cut into the lead. It's 3-1. Here comes the crowd. They're feeling it.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Kazuma Okamoto next up for the Blue Jays. He's been a great free agent sign.
Ball. That's inside.
And the 1-0.
Hey.
On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. The Rangers trying to close out a 2-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Breaking ball misses down and away.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Payoff pitch. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So all eyes on the man coming to the dish right now.
Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Yeah, that's fouled off. Tying run at the plate.
Ball. That's outside.
And that is downstairs. And it's 2-1.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Alejandro Kirk waiting to hit for Toronto. The tying run at the plate. Swing and a pop-up. Lopez. And there's one away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Smoked into left field, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Ernie Clement. He represents the winning run. So a change being made out at second. And on to run for the Blue Jays, Miles Straw. Looking for some added speed out there in the late innings. Clement in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Line shot into the gap should score at least one. Runner around third on his way to the plate. One runs in. Throw comes in quickly, and the tying run forced to hold on at third with one away.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Jacob Latz departs, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute. Taking over on the mound for the Rangers, number 84. On for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Bottom of the ninth, one-run game, 2 on. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays, and a pitch out, but nothing going on. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score, and the home team trying to pull it out. Off the mark there, ball 2.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were set.
That's in there. That's strike 1. That's to third. Young tosses to first. Blue Jays have just 1 out left here.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So it's their last chance in this one. And next for Toronto, Luis Urias. Trying to deliver as the hero.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. The Rangers trying to close out a 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Nimmo settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Ball game. The Rangers hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.